Hello, it's 9:15 at night and I've just arrived home from school because I'm in the yearbook team and we stay late and because it's fourth quarter and we put everything off to the end, and now I'm going to talk about how I feel. Hello, it's Monday, April 21st, 2008, and a story that caught my mind today was a story about a Brazilian priest. He's from Brazil, and he decides he wants to raise money for his church, and he decides that he wants to go on a helium balloon flight, 400 and I believe it was 65 miles north of his hometown, his home parish, and they equip him with a GPS, a satellite cell phone, a floating chair. And he's also an experienced skydiver, so you'd think he'd be pretty well set for this adventure. Well, personally, when you have a destination, you're floating on helium balloons. I don't really know how you have a destination because you can't really decipher where you're going to go, I don't believe. So, not preparing how he does, he heads north. And he ends up 30 miles off course. He started up at like 20,000 altitude, and then he descended to about 8,200 when he went off course. He finds out that he's screwed. He's in the ocean, and he doesn't know what to do. Well, they lose transmission with him. That's like all they know. It's like this experienced guy with all his GPS and his awesome equipment. Well, if all that falls in the water, he's still screwed. But, everybody says he's going to be found. I'll keep you up to date on the story. I'm doing my Coca Rewards. I don't know, maybe some of you do those. I'm sure a lot of you do those. YouTubers. For all those of you that don't know what my Coca Rewards are, it is where you take the caps off of Coke products. It's a brilliant scheme by Coca Cola. Give you props. It's very smart. But you take the caps off your Coca-Cola products and you enter the codes. I don't know if everybody, I'm sure if you're just like me, normally during your life, you just look at the Coke bottles, you open up, oh man, it's a cap. Well, it's a contest. It's not a contest. Well, technically it is, but it's not. So you just throw them away. Who cares? Just a code. You got like a 1 in a million chance of winning, but it's different. This is much different than your average contest. You take those codes, average bottles are worth about 3 points a day, and you take the cap home and you make an account on My Coke Rewards, which is in the sidebar. I give you the link. You type the codes and you give your points. You can type in 10 codes per day, which I don't know why it's 10, because no one drinks 10. But then again, I guess you can't really decipher when the average person drinks per day. And then, anyway, but then you can save up these points and buy things with them, which is an ingenious market scheme. I give them props. Very nice. But then I got into thinking, with all these people, because supposedly there's like millions of people that play these things. All these people playing, I wonder how many people actually play for real. Like personally, I just go around and be like, hey dude, when you're done with that, can I have your cap? Where people go around and actually buy their own and use their own codes, and that's it. But then that got me thinking, all that, out of all these people, that must raise a lot of revenue. I found kind of a semi-link. It's more stock market, but I'm sure you can look up these things on your own about Coca-Cola. I believe the numbers that I found were just astonishing. It's almost $48 million in 3 months. Do you think that they pay their employees very well? Probably not. Do you think they're filthy rich? Yes. So if you're going to play this game, which I highly recommend it, because you're taken away from money-hungry people. Your own drinks. Take them from other people. I highly recommend it. It's fine. No one really cares, except for other people that are playing, of course. Like, personally, I would not give my Coke caps away. But you don't want to add to the insanity that we call this economy. It's just insane. Take them all and go home and enter your codes. Lastly on today, I would like to talk about a story that I have found and I'm just amazed by. I was looking around on YouTube last night, after I made my video last night, and I found a featured video, REEM. I don't know if that's REEM. It's a humanoid robot. This robot can recognize people, which the clip that I had was very creepy. And it can walk at like 1.5 kilometers per hour, which personally I don't think is that fast. But who knows? So I'm looking at this thing. I mean, it's okay. It moves kind of slow, but it's got cool colors. It's orange and gray. Can't go wrong with orange and gray. It was sweet looking. But then I looked down at I was going to make a comment. I'm like, man, that's a pretty cool robot. But then I'm looking down in the comments and it says, there's a robot that everybody's talking about. It seems to be a very common topic in the comments. It's another robot called, it's Asimo. Asimo, or I'm going to call him Asimo. And I go look at this thing. First video come up, didn't look very exciting. I mean, it's just a robot standing in a gray room with white floors. I mean, it's a pretty sweet looking robot. It's white, looks like a spaceman. If you go check out some of it, if you just look it up on YouTube, the video is about almost 10 minutes long, I think. But you get all you need in the first like 30 seconds, so you just change it after that. But it's this thing, and it's running, full out running. And then there's more videos where it's walking upstairs, and it doesn't just calibrate. It's not a special set of stairs it's programmed to do. It walks up, the thing looks down, looks at the stairs, looks up, and walks. Walk up all kinds of different flights. It senses how big and small. And I mean, it's just crazy. This thing, all the thing it do, it can talk, it can walk, it can run, it can dance, it can do everything. I mean, it's just amazing that how far we've made it in robotics. And it's no controls. I don't think it's any controls. It's like all AI. But I know it's just babbling on here, but the thing that I'm going to tell you, the thing that this whole story is about, I think this is Terminator. This thing is the beginning of a Judgment Day. Because I'm not all that religious kind of craziness. I'm not saying, oh man, this is like, oh, humans destroy the earth. I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's just like the Terminator. This thing is gonna get perfected. Like, oh man, this thing's perfect. We're gonna give it. We're gonna sell it, and then they're gonna sell it. And then, man, then they're gonna think. They're gonna think because all they want is money. All they want is money. They're gonna think we can make this thing better. We can make it better. We can improve it and improve its AI and everything. And all of a sudden, that thing's going to turn on us and just kill us all. That's kind of my theme for the question of the day. Do you think we're moving in the right direction with AI robotics and humanoid robots? If yes, put why. If no, put why. Comment down there, video response down there. Again, this is Marcus Up to Date. See you next time.